Residents of Chennai flood risk is over in Cooum and Adayar. Kosatalayarum danger lirukku. Coomum danger, Adayarum danger.
Most probably, these debris may be removed before the onset of the monsoon. There is no guarantee for that. Between agencies and between different departments within the state.
This is the Cooum River. It once had 40 species of fishes and freshwater crocodiles in it. It is 72 kilometers long and 18 kilometers flows through the Chennai city. It starts at Tiruvallur, flows through main areas in the city and empties itself into the Bay of Bengal. Cooum is an integral part of Chennai. Cities and rivers go together. Many cities were started along the banks of such rivers. Yet, these are forgotten in urban areas, sometimes even by the government. In 2009, an elevated expressway project worth 5,885 crore rupees was initiated. The foundation stone was laid by former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. The entire length of the project is 20.9 km from port to Madurai. Of this, 15.5 km of an elevated corridor will be on the river. The project had run into many controversies and was finally cancelled by the AIADMK government, citing environment and alignment issues. This work resumed in January this year, and the National Highways Authority of India has been dumping debris in the Cooum. This has put half of Chennai at risk of flooding during the monsoon season.
In my opinion, most probably these debris may be removed once the construction is over. Okay, these debris may not remain there, it will be removed. But most important fact that we should really keep in mind is whether these debris will be removed before the onset of the monsoon. There is no guarantee for that. And most importantly, Cooum River is generally underestimated. Its flow impact is, the flood impact is underestimated, but it is not. The Cooum River is pretty much linked to the Pala River. And the surplus from Pala River can and could and will and definitely flows through the Cooum River only. The rivers, whether it is an urban river or a rural river, these rivers have got life. Okay, these rivers should be allowed to flow in the direction in which they are flowing and they have been flowing. Now, if you are going to obstruct it for some reason, due to some intervention, then you really have to give them space elsewhere in the local areas. So, how to really do that? That is basically because that can be done basically with to provide some kind of interventions like widening of the river wherever possible.
The Cooum has one of the smallest basins in the state, but it comes with a lot of dangers whenever there is a heavy rainfall.
Almost the entire CMDA area will get affected. CMDA area, fully concreted area. If you see the aerial view of the Chennai, it is a very pathetic because no space of percolation point. Everywhere it all concreted or blacktop. So naturally flood will be there, and even some tanks also, so many tanks are encroached over the period of time. Ultimately surface storage is poor.
Behind me are the areas Tirumangalam and Coimbatore, and this is the Cooum River. This stretch is completely blocked because of the debris dumping. 4 canals and over 100 stormwater drain outlets feed into this river. So flooding is inevitable, and the areas affected will be Annanagar, Virugambakam, Amajikare, Egmore, Chindadripet, Chetpet, Purushevakam, Veperi, Paris and Broadway. These areas are smack in the middle of the city. The National Green Tribunal has taken up this issue suo motu, and the next hearing is on July 26. This shows that the government is serious about protecting this river, which also makes me ask the question, how should be the coordination between the center and state to minimize such environmental impacts?
Well, there are SOPs definitely, but to the best of my knowledge, that coordination is very minimal, and they should have some kind of a regular think tank process, which should really help this in a big way. But unfortunately, in this construction, WRD is now engaged on a massive scale, but they are, they, I mean, they should be supported. They should be supported by other agencies.
This is an important project that will boost the economy. It is also important to conserve the environment. Departments involved should make environment protection one of their main goals to prevent flooding and its adverse effects.